Hi everyone, I found something that was very interesting that I read about. It's called Studio Habits of the Mind. What are habits of the mind? These are made up of three different parts, and it's skill, inclination, and alertness. Skill, can students do it? Alertness, does the student know when and why they're doing it? What is the end goal of teaching them this artwork? And inclination, will the student be able to do it? Are they at the art competency level that they can accomplish that task? The habits are thinking dispositions. All these elements are important to developing quality thinking. That just doesn't stop at art class, it starts in other subjects and in elements of their life. Students already use studio thinking implicitly as they plan, organize, make, revise, question, and note their progress in the art class and in any class. They describe 8 different elements or types of studio mind habits. The first one is developing the craft. Say you have a younger class. You may need to take part of the first semester just to teach them basic art skills. They might not know how to crosshatch or stipple or even color. You never know. They might not even know how to take care of the art supplies, and that's something you may need to work on. Number 2 is engage and persist. In this section, teachers are trying to help students find ideas and new materials to use, helping them be passionate about their artwork. If they're not passionate about it, they're not going to want to do it. And we want to find that passion in them. Number 3 is envision. When a teacher is describing or giving a demonstration, the kids' wheels are already turning in their head. They're already thinking, what am I going to use? Am I going to use paint? Am I going to use colored pencils? Am I going to use a different medium? You want to build on their ideas and facilitate their thinking while keeping them on track and using their own ideas and not giving them ideas. Number 4 is express. When we talk about express, we all want students to understand that the best artwork comes from personal ideas. So you want them to build on their own experiences so that they give you their best art, because all the great works have personal meaning behind them and people can see that. Number 5 is observe. We all know children are very strong observers and they see everything, but we want to facilitate and have them build on that skill so that they can use it in everyday life, that they can use it in science class, in math class, that it doesn't stop at art. Also, painting and drawing from direct observation actually helps them practice hand-eye coordination, which can help them in sports and other areas of their life. Number 6 is reflect. When students are working on their artwork, we want them to question themselves, explain what they're doing so that they stay on track, and that will help them create mindfulness on their process of creating that artwork. And they can use this not just in art but in other areas. Number 7 is stretch and explore. It is okay for students to make mistakes. It's okay. If they completely have to restart on the art project, it's fine. We want them to try new things, go outside of their comfort zone so that they're not stuck doing the same thing over and over. And finally, number 8 is understanding art worlds. Now, it might seem to them too big of an idea. They might not know who Monet is, who Da Vinci is, but that's our job to teach them and show them that not all great artwork are in museums in Paris, Milan. They can be folk art, art from kids their own age. It doesn't have to be from a museum. They can build on that and see that they can be like them, that could be them one day, that it doesn't stop, and they can do art projects to emulate these great works and be a Monet, be their own Da Vinci. Now I'll show you some ways that you can implement that in your classroom or in other subjects besides art. One lesson to have students stretch and explore is we all know March Reading Month and Dr. Seuss's birthday. Usually we spend a week or at least a day talking about Dr. Seuss. Read them a Dr. Seuss book and have them make oobleck. Now I did this in second grade and I thought it was so much fun. And the way that students can stretch and explore is we give them the ingredients for it. Don't give them a recipe. Give them food coloring, but don't tell them to mix the colors. Be experimental. Go out of their comfort zone. Add as much water as they want or much cornstarch. Experiment. Find a way to make their own. Another way that you can use it in history class to express themselves. Now, usually they're learning about George Washington and the founding fathers. How can a fifth grader relate to that? How can a third grader relate to that? It's a really big thought. How can I relate to this person? Well, let's bring the history from them. Have them make a family tree. Share their history, because their history is important too. Not everybody knows about it, but this way everybody can know about that and facilitate conversations with their parents and their relatives of things that they might not have known. Maybe they had a great Civil War general in their family and they didn't know it until they had this assignment. Another way you can show that they express themselves even more is have them not just do a standard family tree, a picture of a tree, but have it be a symbol of something that important happened in their family. Say they have someone serve in World War II, they could do a worship. And possibilities are endless. And lastly, how students can observe. I found this very fun experiment where you get shrimp eggs and you hatch them in salt water, and you can have the students observe how different amounts of salts affect the hatching rates. And these shrimp are very, very small, so they'll have to use a microscope. And students can use a microscope to see them. Don't show them a picture of anything. Have them specifically draw what they see through that lens. Have them record if they see anything from the naked eye, if they see changes in the water. Have them record it for a few days until those shrimp hatch. And this can show them to observe and record everything themselves and give them skills to observe. Maybe they have a job later in life that they have to observe. You're building on these skills for them. I hope this was all helpful for you guys. Thank you.